If you're Year 13 A-level biology student and you've been learning about aerobic respiration, specifically the link reaction, then this video is for you. So before we start, we have to understand that the link reaction is the second stage when we look at respiration. Now, it comes after the glycolysis process, and if you haven't seen my video on that, then do please check it out. But the key thing in glycolysis is that we have our glucose molecule broken down into pyruvate. Pyruvate is a 3-carbon molecule, and that 3-carbon molecule needs to be moved across the mitochondrial membranes into the mitochondrial matrix where the Lynch reaction is going to happen. Once the pyruvate has been moved into the mitochondrial matrix, then we can have the Lynch reaction occur. And the first thing that needs to happen is what we call decarboxylation. So whenever you see DE as a prefix to a word, that tends to mean the removal. So decarboxylation is where we're going to decarboxylate. We're going to remove the carbon dioxide from the pyruvate molecule. So we're taking a 3-carbon molecule, removing one of the carbons, which will leave us with a 2-carbon molecule. So the next thing that needs to happen to this 2-carbon molecule is oxidation. We are going to oxidate the molecule by removing hydrogens. 2 hydrogens, they are going to be picked up by the coenzyme NAD, and that will therefore reduce the NAD because the molecule has become oxidized. Now, if you're studying OCRA, they do want you to know that this is also called dehydrogenation. DE, removal of the hydrogen, dehydrogenation. Now, we need to introduce another coenzyme here. So the next coenzyme is our coenzyme A. So once we've taken the pyruvate and we have decarboxylated it, we have oxidized it, we then will pick it up by a coenzyme, which is called coenzyme A. So what we end up with is an acetyl group, 2 carbons, attached to a coenzyme A. And that coenzyme A, like I said before, I like to think about coenzymes a bit like taxis. They're going to pick up a molecule and they are going to drop that molecule off where it needs to go. So the coenzyme A is going to pick up the acetyl group and it is going to carry it to the Krebs cycle where it is needed for the continuation of the Krebs cycle. Now, one glucose molecule is going to produce 2 pyruvates. So the link reaction is actually going to happen twice for every glucose molecule that we start with. So as I said before, I always like to do a input and output for each of the different stages. So the link reaction then, what goes in is 2 pyruvate. What comes out is 2 acetyl coenzyme A's. Now, to get from a 3-carbon molecule, the pyruvate, to the 2-carbon acetyl group, we needed to decarboxylate, and therefore there were 2 carbon dioxides that were produced. We needed 2 NAD plus to go in, and they therefore became reduced NAD, and we had 2 of them. And obviously, because we end up with acetyl coenzyme A, we needed 2 coenzyme A's to go in. So it's really important to remember that the Lynch reaction occurs inside the mitochondrial matrix, and that is the second stage of aerobic respiration.